Okay guys, this is, like I said, it's going to be the last video where I'm going to have these audio issues, so please just bear with it. Like I said, last one. Alright, let's get into this review.
What the hell is going on?
Around the time I was maybe 15 or 16, I started looking at movies with a more serious eye, which is what ultimately led me to reviewing them on YouTube, like what I'm doing now. One director whose name was constantly in my radar was Guillermo del Toro. After seeing Pan's Labyrinth, one of my favorites of all time, I paid a lot of attention to his work. When I saw The Orphanage for the first time, I was legit creeped out, and his other movies like the Hellboy franchise and Blade 2 were very well done as well. So when word got out that his latest film, Pacific Rim, was to be influenced by the Japanese kaiju films, most certain I was hyped. And for those of you who don't know, a kaiju film is basically big monster destroying the city movie. You know, like Godzilla. Del Toro even went as far as naming the monsters in his movie after the genre. The story follows thus. An alien species of giant proportions called the kaiju have risen from a portal in a crevice in the Pacific Ocean. The humans created this special mech fighter called the Jaegers. You know, like the tasty alcoholic beverage. Jaegers are controlled by two pilots by syncing their brains to the Jaeger in a process called drifting. If the two pilots aren't compatible as fighters and as a unified front, then the Jaegers won't work with them correctly. Our main character, Raleigh Beckett, played by Charlie Hunnam, is recruited yet again by his former commanding officer, Stacker Pentecost, played by Idris Elba. After the death of Beckett's brother during a search and destroy mission and the closing of the Jaeger program by the United government, Pentecost invites him to become a pilot once again in a newly funded Jaeger program that he runs. He insists on being partnered with Pentecost's adopted daughter and top of the Jaeger piloting academy, Mako Mori, played by former Academy Award-winning Kinko Kikuchi. So the two suit up and go out to kick some alien ass. How does it all turn out?
First kaiju made land in San Francisco.
Let me start by saying that this film looks and sounds amazing. I found myself on the edge of my seat plenty of times as the film was very exciting and very adrenaline fueled. The fight between the Jaegers and the kaiju is just awesome to see. All of them. The soundtrack actually stuck out the most when it comes to the technical aspects of the film. The orchestration has very obvious nods to the Godzilla score. The story is okay, I guess. Nothing too complicated to follow because, let's be real, it's a summer blockbuster, so story doesn't really apply. These movies are all action and visuals, so it could be forgiving for a somewhat lacking script and story. The same could be said for the acting. I'm a very big fan of Idris Elba, but his acting felt very contained, albeit most of the time. Some of the time, he was a bit over the top. Charlie Hunnam was okay as a lead, and Kinko Kikuchi was actually one of the best parts of the film. She played the role very well. The supporting cast was, for the most part, the supporting cast. Charlie Day plays a scientist, which provides most of the comic relief for the film, while Ron Perlman plays an underground kaiju parts dealer, like selling the actual body parts off in an underground market. Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Today we are canceling the apocalypse!
Going into this movie, I knew exactly what I was going to get, and to be completely honest, I got a full force of it. This is a damn good example of a summer blockbuster film. Giant robots versus giant aliens, what more could you guys have asked for? And the robots are named after Jägermeister, the drink of drinks. Come on, guys.
He's a devil in a short class. They call him Jägermeister.
I give Pacific Rim a 3.5 out of 5. Till next time, guys, it's the Retro Skeptic. Good night and good luck.